guys, it's Sarah, and today I bring to you my January reading wrap-up. And yes, this is the shirt that I wore in my December wrap-up.
You are an outfit repeater!
I thought I did pretty well in January because I did the winter biennial bibliothon and I was able to read 3 books during that. Did I read many books after that first week of January? I read 1. So, you know, things. But that's fine. Let's just get into talking about the books. The first book I read was The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I feel like the reading experience for this book is very dreamlike and surreal. I would definitely classify this book as magical realism because it's not quite like urban fantasy and it's not really fantasy either, but it's got like weird magical elements and it's very atmospheric. The way she writes it is just so, like, she just acknowledges every little bit of the scene like you don't even know. The only complaint I even have about this is that it was kind of slow. Great writing, enjoyed every minute, but it was a little slow, and Blue wore terrible outfits. For those of you who have watched my Bookish Pet Peeves video, you'll know that I hate when authors describe outfits because the outfits 100% of the time are very ugly. Like, Blue would not stop wearing like crocheted dresses, and then Gansey was always wearing like really brightly colored polos with like cargo shorts and boat shoes, and I was like, I'm just really excited to see where these books go because it's such an interesting idea once you get into it, like what the like magical element is, and it's just so weird and I've never read anything like this before. So for anyone who's been on the fence about picking it up, like please read this. I will also link down below this fan-made trailer that I found. I actually tweeted it and like everybody went crazy for it because it's amazing. It will make you want to read these books. So I'll link that down below too so you can want everything that this book has to offer. The next book I read was My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga. Here's the thing about this book. When I first started it, I really liked it. I really liked Azelle, the main character. Basically, she is a young girl in high school who is very depressed. She's been depressed for many years because of something that happened in her family, and she goes on this message board to find a suicide partner, which is kind of scary because I think that's a real thing. And she finds this boy who lives in a neighboring town, and they decide to be suicide partners, and it kind of just goes from there. Initially, I really liked this. I liked the narration. I thought Azelle, the way she narrated depression was very realistic, but then this book took a turn and I don't like where it went. I can't really say too much more about it because I don't want to spoil this book, so if you want to know more of my thoughts on it, I'll link my Goodreads review down below because I had a big spoiler section just talking about the things that really made me upset, to the point where I ended up giving this book 2 stars. Like, I was thoroughly enjoying myself, loving it, and then I was just like, I'm not an expert on depression, but that's not how that works. The next book I read was Landline by Rainbow Rowell. So y'all know that I love me some Rainbow Rowell, and this was actually my first foray into her adult novels, and I actually really liked it. She just gets people so deeply. Like, it's about this woman who is a TV writer. She lives in California with her husband. They've been together since college and they have a lot of marital issues, and it's Christmas time and they get in this big fight because her TV show just got picked up, so she's gonna stay back in California and write it, and then he's gonna go visit his parents in Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Midwest, don't remember what state. The book is just kind of the main character reflecting on her marriage, and there's a lot of flashbacks back to college that are really cute and really interesting on how they got together, and then there's flashbacks to them being married, and it just felt like a realistic depiction of marriage. Like, I'm not married, but I could see these issues arising in kind of any relationship. Like, how do you make something work when you have such different dreams for your life and whatever, and you feel like you can't change in this way and your spouse can't change in this way. And I just really liked her commentary on married life. I don't know. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's a good Rainbow Rowell book. It's definitely not my favorite, but it was solid work. The last book I read was on audio, and it was The Adoration of Jenna Fox by Mary E. Pearson. It's set in the near future. It's about this chick named Jenna who wakes up and she's been in an accident, in a coma for like a while, and she doesn't know what happened to her, and everybody's being really secretive about it, and it's kind of like her quest to figure out what happened to her. So the thing about this book is that It basically has no plot. You go into the book thinking, oh, this is about like a mystery, what happened to Jenna? But then she finds out like pretty early in the book what happened to her. And then she just spends the rest of the book like questioning her existence and why is she here on this planet. And I don't even know, it was just really weird. And her parents were the worst. I know I was supposed to feel bad for them, but they just kept lying all the time to Jenna, and I would be like, Jenna, just disown your parents. They're so annoying. I will say Mary E. Pearson is a fantastic author, so her writing was beautiful, but even her beautiful writing could not save this book. I don't think I've ever wanted an audiobook to end this badly. Like, I just was dying, especially in like the last 2 hours. I was like, when is this gonna be over? And I just kept wondering, when is the plot gonna happen? And the plot never came. But I would say check out The Kiss of Deception. That was Mary's good work. But that's pretty much it. Let me know any books that you read last month that you just loved, or if you've read any of the books that I talked about, and we can chat about it. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. You're all beautiful. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. I could have been holding up the dust jacket while I talked about Landline. That was an opportunity missed, Sarah. By Mary E. Why is her name so hard to say?